guys, sorry lost my audio in this video, but as you can see, we're going to be making a gingerbread house. These are my children. That's Lauren there in the front. She thinks it's her channel and she's so excited to be on camera. That's my son Lincoln in the middle and my daughter London right there in the back. So guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know how I lost my audio. My microphone was acting up. But yes, this is Vlogmas Day 6. I'm basically telling you guys how we're going to start a gingerbread house. The kids were really excited to start doing this when I told them that we were going to be putting together a gingerbread house. As you can see, Lauren is very, very excited. Look at her little face. But yeah, so I thought it was something good that we can do for the holiday and keep the kids busy. But boy, was it a mess. This was actually hard, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and read the directions and take everything out of the box. Everything was packaged very nicely. I got this box from Target, and it was really affordable. So it's definitely a good buy, something great to buy for the family and to do with your kids. So there aren't too many pieces in a box there. I didn't really understand at first what that was for, but I guess it's to help hold the chimney up. And it came with a bunch of candy, so everything you need is in this box. And it has the icing, some more candy, and the kids were really just excited. I think they forgot for a second that we were making a gingerbread house, and they just wanted to eat the candy. You don't know how much I had to fight them off of this candy. But yeah, so I took everything out of the box and then we're gonna just get started. So first we had to take all of the contents out of the tightly sealed package. I really appreciate them packaging this like this so the crackers didn't move around and break. So I just try to organize ourselves before we get started and read these directions. When I tell you I had to read these directions like 5 times, I felt like I was baking something from scratch. But I just had to figure out what we had to do first so I can guide the kids, because if they don't know what they're doing and I don't know what I'm doing, it's just gonna be a mess. But here they say to warm up the icing, so I went ahead and warmed up the icing, cut off the tip, and we went in and tried to basically glue our pieces together. So this was messy but fun, and the kids really enjoyed doing that. I'm like, okay, London, go ahead, girl. Take the lead. Go off, sis. So I just basically tried to guide them and let them take control, or somewhat control as well. But I had to figure out what I was doing first so I can help them. You know, everybody needs a turn so no one feels left out, and they all get so excited when it's their turn and they feel like they've contributed to the building of this gingerbread house in some way. Here goes my daughter just squeezing the mess out of the icing packet and adding the borders to this house that we're supposed to add the sides to and hold together. So this part was really tricky because I didn't know if I should lay it down, if I should stand it up. So this is where the directions come in handy. I tried to look at the pictures and see what it told me to do. Somehow I was still having challenges with it, but we went for standing it up after a couple failed. So once you kind of put the base of the house together and all you have is the roof left, you just kind of have to hold it in place there. And as you can see, I am struggling with this. You have to have enough icing to use, well, to serve as an adhesive, and then just hold it in place for a couple minutes. But my son kept on taking over the glue there, and he is cracking up because he just can't keep his hands off of the icing. And I caught him red-handed. Look at that. Look at that. needless to say that all this sugar and candy had them super hyped. But I'm here trying to hold this thing together. I'm very impressed by the quality of the, I guess, gingerbread pieces or gingerbread crackers. They held up pretty good. Nothing broke. I was afraid that if we put something down too hard, it would break. Even the icing, though we didn't know what we were doing, it did do the job pretty well. So everything was of good quality in this package. So I was happy I got it. So what we're doing here is adding the icing to the top of the house. This will allow for us to lay the roof of the gingerbread house, those bigger pieces you see there, on top. So everyone is taking a turn, and they did very well taking turns and getting this icing on there so we could put this roof together. Also, this allows it for time to dry and not really move around the house while we're putting icing on the top, because it did need time to dry, and I don't think we gave it enough time. So that was a part of our struggle. So if you have eager ones like me, you know they don't want to wait, but you really do have to just give this some time to dry for the best results before you put the roof on. It says 15 minutes, so give it 15 minutes. Okay, so time to put the roof on. This was the most stressful part of the whole process. I mean, you can see here just by turning it, the weight of the roof, because we didn't give a full 15 minutes, it fell right off and took the house with it. And I'm like, come on. I think I was more disappointed than the kids. I added more icing and I gave it more time and held it really firm for a few more minutes so it can stay together. And then I had my daughter put the roof back on as I held it together very firmly this time around. It's Lincoln's turn to help, and he is ready to put the other side of the roof on. He couldn't wait to do that. He felt so proud of himself. Look at him, Bob the Builder. That's right, baby. Put that house together. So we're adding some more icing to the top, and then this little cutout, I'm not sure what its purpose was, but apparently I was supposed to put it on before I put on the piece that was for the chimney. I didn't know if it kind of was there to hold up the chimney after you add some icing to it, but it really didn't help us. It actually caused more of an issue than anything, but I tried it out because that's what the directions said. Okay, so I'm inspecting the house like a good homeowner would, making sure everything was in place before we went ahead and put the door on and then decorated it. And it seemed to be holding up together pretty good this time. So it's time to put the door on and add the tops of the doors as well. The chimney gave a little bit of an issue, so I had to keep adding icing around it. That part sitting on top of the roof wasn't really the best, but you know, it stood there for the amount of time. You just kind of have to put enough, stick it on, and then leave it alone. So we're just finishing up the door here before we decorate. My son kind of got restless and a little bored after he did his parts, so he wandered off. So it was just me and the girls putting together the door. But you know, the ladies do it. We got it. We held it down. He'll be back. So it's time for the candy, and these girls' eyes lit up. They could not wait for this part. I think they forgot they were making a gingerbread house and they just wanted to eat the candy. I had to stop them several times because I'm like, you're about to have a ball-headed house if you don't save this candy. So they were eating a lot of it as they decorated. And look who came back. Oh yes, it's Lincoln. He probably smelled the candy from the couch. Look at him. These kids were eating it up. But this part was really fun. They really enjoyed it. Of course, they ate the candy, but they were putting it on the house as well. I'm just laughing at Lincoln in the back, chomping away at this green tree he's supposed to be decorating the house with. But the kids had so much fun. They really couldn't wait for this. This was kind of late in the evening, so totally a bad idea for a sugar rush. But, you know, we had to do it for the kiddos. So just as we were putting the final touches on our house and everything was looking great, everybody's feeling proud, boom. That's right, the roof fell off. I guess my inspection wasn't that great, but here I go again, holding the house together and having them finish it up. I'm telling you guys, come with your patience with this. Come with your patience. So we're finally finishing up the house. Look how cute it is in the front. They decorated the windows. They have a little wreath. And I'm putting on the last little squiggly so they can put the rest of the candy. And we are done. My daughter decided to step in and inspect the house herself after she ate all the candy on it. She's probably trying to pick some more off. But she's so happy. She's had a ton of candy. Look at her face. And she said it's good to go. So here is the final product. This is a really fun activity to do with the kids. I totally recommend doing this with your family. I had a great time. Please like this video, subscribe to my page, and follow me on Instagram at @TheRealEmilyWills. And I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye, y'all.